Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll share with you my wish list for the Sony lenses that I would love to see and potentially buy in 2019. Before we get started, let me first say that I'm merely sharing the types of lenses that I would love to see and that would be intriguing for myself as a portrait photographer. I have no clue if these lenses will actually ever be released. It's all speculation and a little bit of dreaming on my part. Also, if it's the first time that you are here on my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I release videos here every week where I share photo and video tips, business and marketing advice, gear reviews, and so much more. Enough of all of that, let's get right into my list. The first lens that I would love to see in 2019 is a 90mm G Master macro. Sony already has a fantastic macro, the G series version, but I can't help but wonder if the G series version is so good, how amazing would a G Master version be? I think maybe offering a wider aperture than f2.8 could make it different enough that current owners of the G series version of the macro would possibly consider getting it. I think it would also be pretty amazing if they implemented a faster focusing system that would make it the fastest macro in its class. You can do it! The second lens that I would love to see in 2019 is a 135mm lens. It's one of the prime focal lengths that I really miss shooting with. Sony made a legendary lens in their A-mount system, which was the 135mm f1.8 lens. If they simply made this lens in a full frame E-mount, I'd be a happy little camper, but if they want to take it even further, what if they make it an f1.4? Do you imagine the insane bokeh that you would get from that? Mitacon already made a 135mm f1.4 lens, but it's $3,000 and it's manual focus only. I imagine that an f1.4 lens at 135mm would probably be insanely huge, but since I'm dreaming here anyway, maybe they could somehow bend the limits of physics and they could make it happen. Or third on my list is more of a budget option, and it's still one that I'd love to see, which is a 35mm f1.8 lens. Something along the lines of their excellent 85mm 1.8, where it offers amazing optics and sharpness at a competitive price point. I already own the 35mm 2.8 and 1.4 versions, which are both great, but having an option of a faster version of the lens for less than maybe $700 would be really appealing in my opinion. All right, now the next two lenses on my list are gonna be way out there in crazy town, but I think they would be a lot of fun to use. At number 4 on my list, I would love to see a 50mm f1.2 G Master lens. Now, you're probably thinking, Miguel, doesn't Sony already have a ton of 50mm options? And to that I would say, yes, but they have yet to make an f1.2 autofocus lens natively, and I know that they're way beyond capable of doing it. The 50mm focal length is insanely popular among amateurs and professionals alike, so I think it would definitely sell like crazy. Pair this up with a fast, silent autofocusing drive, optical steady shot at a price of maybe under $3,000, and it would possibly be a lens that I think would be back-ordered for months and months. Finally, the last lens on my list that I would absolutely love to see is an 85mm f1.2 G Master lens or an 85mm smooth transition focus lens. I've made no secret about the fact that I love Sony's 100mm 2.8 STF lens because of its ability to render extremely sharp portraits with buttery amazing backgrounds. 85mm has been my all-time favorite focal length for location and studio portraiture, but adding either option of getting a shallow depth of field with the help of a crazy fast f1.2 aperture or by using STF technology, it would probably put it at the top of most people's must-buy list in 2019. So those are the lenses that I would love to see. The real question that we have left here is, what do you want to see in 2019 that isn't already being offered by Sony? I'd love to hear your crazy and your not so crazy ideas in the comments section below. And while you're here, do me a really huge favor, would you? You see that little button below that says subscribe? Okay, so I want you to take your finger, hover over it, and press down ever so gently. It's okay, it won't hurt. And there you go, you've just subscribed to my channel. Now you'll be kept up to date as I release new videos here every single week. If you really did do that, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time.